Pyramids of Egypt and the Orion constellation. You probably have heard that, you know, it's lined up like the Orion constellation. But really, truly, what is going on with these pyramids? We have this like here, Great Secrets, the Orion Mystery. They've even written a book about right here, Unlocking the Secrets of the Pyramids, the Orion Mystery. Now, let's look over here at this. Egypt, the cradle of civilization. Some say Egypt is the cradle of civilization. But what is really, truly going on? What's going on, y'all? Let me do this right here. The hidden times of India. It's all about the pyramids, times of India. Let's look at all of these right here. And we're going to see it. Oh, Gina, honey, what are you doing? Look at this. My cell phone is reflecting on there. So can you see it a little bit right there? There's some right here. Not only, let's see. Well, I can't really go over there. Let's see. What is this coincidental thing right here? Let's look at this. Coincidence. The correlation to Orion proved to be Orion's belt. Look, we got these pyramids. Mexico, Egypt, Indonesia, and India. How on earth is it possible that we have pyramids, hello everyone, in different areas, and we got pyramids in Egypt? It's like the Orion constellation. How do they make their way all the way over here? And also in the United States, there is evidence of pyramids. But they've made sure they knocked the tops off the pyramids in the United States. They did. And leveled them out. And they just look like a bunch of hills. A bunch of hills. Orion's belt, most high, points to the star Sirius, which is a binary with our sun. This is the secret. You all, if you got some information you want to put with this, you go ahead and do it right in the comments. And if I see your comment and read it out loud, we're adding your information to it, you all. We are. So does this have anything to do with when the sons of God came down right here and built these pyramids also? Could, maybe. Kind of, sort of. Kind of, sort of, you all. Let me zoom it out. I would be upstairs, but I'm doing something on one of my computers. I'm down here in the garage area. Always, I love these deep dives. Well, Gina don't know how deep I'm going to dive, but we got some knowledgeable people in here. I am absolutely certain we got knowledgeable people. Our sun and Sirius are in a 25,000 year binary, which is called the Great Year Plato. Wow. Yeah, why did they do it? Why? I did see something on here. I don't know what they say, a fool's culture. So why would they say that this would be like a fool's culture right here? And why is one pyramid smaller than the other two? See, that's interesting also. What did they say about this in Egypt? If you all have got something you'd like to add, put it in here, because Gina has never really studied this at all. Wonder why they called it like that. The Orion correlation theory has been confirmed. The pyramid seen from the perspective of the Orion constellation. Well, right now I'm trying to focus on this. I'm trying to maneuver my body, sitting on a stool with my laptop setting on top two things of two things of V8 setting on top of a table in my garage, trying to get the platform that I need. I'm trying to do my best, you all. Yes, go Mac, multitask and Twin Towers. And Oh, now see, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not. Yes. Beautiful. Okay, so we got this. Let's see what they had to say. The long, unconfirmed theory that the pyramids being built in line with Orion's belt has been confirmed by the Ministry of Antiquities. The theory states that the three Giza pyramids have been built to align with the three bright stars of Orion's belt: Al-Niktak, Al-Nilam, and Mintaka. The Orion correlation theory has been contested for years, although the theory does explain why the third and smallest is slightly farther away or slightly away from the two. Well, that's really interesting because I hadn't heard about that. I was just wondering why it was like that, you all. I'm listening to something, and I would encourage you all to listening to it too. Well, I'm not listening to it. I've got it playing up there. I want to listen to it later. It's the knowledge of the forever time. There is 8 in a series, 8 of them. And I'm not one for sitting down watching anything, but I'm gonna try my best as time permits to watch. But they spoke about these pyramids in there, and every country that has pyramids, or every single civilization that has pyramids, that civilization has been destroyed. It has, which is not very nice, but it is what it is. You saw a triangle UFO. You got the Orion constellation in the palm of your hand. That's wild. Anything important going on with that? I'm not sure about it. I really am not sure about it, you all. It is said that ancient Egyptians have tied the Orion with the god Osiris, who is the god of rebirth and afterlife. In other words, the origin. The confirmation of the theory comes after years of extensive research and secretive digs around the Giza Pyramid area. The German expeditions. Well, why did the Germans have to do an expedition? And what year was that when they did their expedition? Was it during the reign of a certain ruler, more or less? Along with the ministry, who had been contacting various historians. What are they seeking? What is it they're trying to find? Why did they do that, you all? Why did they have a German expedition looking in Egypt? Did they want to harness something? Did they want to get a hold of something before someone else? Are they trying to find their ticket out of here? Is what they're trying to do? Are they? They want to find out how they can get out of this earth, keep themselves saved. The paper postulates that several theories regarding the reason for lining up the pyramids with the Orion's belt. One theory is that the pharaohs believe that the alignment will guide them to the afterlife of or the heavens. And if you remember one comment earlier, that it points to Sirius, the star Sirius or something. Look, zealous conspiracy theorists claim that the world governments have kept the confirmation of the theory a secret because it points at the existence of aliens, and some scientists have claimed that the ancient Egyptians were pointing to where they came from. And theorists and extraterrestrial life enthusiasts believe that the confirmation of the theory will bring them one step closer to the truth out there. You see how this article is written? It is written to where it doesn't want you to know the truth. How it was written, it will bring, they think it's going to bring them one step closer to the truth. They don't want us to know the truth. That's what it sounds like. You don't want the people to know the truth of the pyramids. You want to, sounds like there is a group of somebodies or some things who want to be the only ones who have knowledge, is kind of what it sounds like. And people who they believe is lesser than them, they don't want them to have any knowledge at all. They want to control the knowledge. Where did the most high son go? Because I had him on here earlier. He disappeared from us. I don't know where most high. You have anything else would you like to add to this stuff right here? Hello, you all. It's Newfoundland where you're at. What? Because there's all different types of schools of thoughts, and they all can't be wrong. They all cannot be wrong. The Grand Canyon had it. Hello, Frank, honey. It's important to mention that the Orion constellation is the brightest and most recognized constellation in the world. It has affected many cultures around the world and is one main navigation constellation used by sailors. It's also one constellation that is viewable all over the world as it lies on the celestial equator. The prime location suggests that there might be more to it than just a navigation aid. The closest star is Alnitak, which is 800 light years from Earth and believed to be 100,000 times brighter than our galaxy's sun. Wow. Critics of the theory say that the theory only works if the pyramids are inverted, which explains multiple digs around the pyramids. Although nothing has been announced yet. They're not going to announce it, you all. So this is Orion's belt, the pyramids right here. And you can see all of these things right here. You can, and there's more to the history than has been told. We know there is a whole lot more to it. But why was that cloud hovering over the pyramid like that, you all? There's probably a UFO in it, just like that. When they are the closest point, the human race remembers the essence and the connection to the planet. Everything else is on her. When Sirius and our sun are the furthest distance away from each other, in the binary, man forgets who they are. Wow. But when, wow, okay, thank you. I think people are waking up. A lot of people are waking up, and they don't want us to wake up. If you can dumb down society, you can keep people dumb. You can. I cannot get this thing off of there. You can keep the people dumb. What you don't understand is how can they not get a ping off of it with the technology that we have to locate a spy balloon? That's exactly right. Why can't they? You I'll be talking about these the Giza pyramids and Orion's belt. And who built the pyramids? Did the sons of God come down and do it? They were giants. Look at that. Look at this. The subcoast of Newfoundland. I haven't heard about any submarine or nothing, you all. I haven't read no news or anything. I've heard a brief mention. Look at this. When I've also heard in that video, I was just listening to some of the knowledge of the forever time, that when the UFOs first start showing up, the ships, they speak through aligning themselves up, and they are like constellations in the sky. That's how they speak. Like certain formations, you'll see them in the sky. They have pinpointed them to certain constellations in the sky. They said they'll do that at first. They'll get the attention. They said something about the comet, whatever comet that came by. It got worldwide attention. And it was said that it was not just a comet. It was them making their presence known. But when it comes time for them to be even more known, they're going to start arriving in mass, it said. Mass numbers of them. And which their technology is millions of years more advanced than that of Earth. And the rulers of this earth will try to make war against them, and they'll be destroyed. They'll be destroyed. And they're fearful. They're fearful. They fear for their very existence. That's why they want to make war. Let's see what we got. This is in Egypt, the mystery of the perfect alignment of the pyramids of Giza with with the stars. That's all this was said. And I was just staring at it, you. I wonder if it is a, okay, yes, perfect. You can see these formations occur. Gina, honey, we're not looking at stuff like that's kind of inappropriate stuff. We don't look at the ads. Yeah, that's not nice. You can't look at something without it. Okay, let's see that. No, no, no. They are so old that even Cleopatra considered these ruins. I did not know that about Cleopatra. Considered them ruins. I don't want to be in this. I don't want to click into that because I don't want to see inappropriateness popping up on here. I don't. The hidden facts of the pyramids. So we got some more comments coming on here. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. Extraterrestrials from Sirius help build the pyramids. Thank you, Most High. Sasha Mean, why did the cloud leave the Egyptians? It covered Moses, Akhenaten, and the Hebrew. Why did it leave? Isn't that interesting? So you had the cloud. Are you talking about the cloud by day and then the fire by night? So if we think about that fire, the fire by night in the sky, I am thinking this is like the spirit of God, the fire. My dad saw it. My stepdad saw it. My stepdad, who married my mom after my dad died, when he was a kid, he remembers being in his mom's house. And he looked down the hallway and he saw angels kneeling all around the kitchen table, and the table was on fire. And he felt the spirit of God, that the table was on fire. He said he will never, ever, ever forget it. And my dad, when he was 74, I found this stuff out just like within the past couple of weeks. My dad was on his knees praying by the bedside, and he got slain back in the spirit. And the bed rose. He saw a big purple curtain and flames all under the bed. He saw it lifted up. And then you have like the cloud by day and the fire by night. So Shashamine, honey, you brought that back into my mind. Hope you don't mind me saying that. You have been having contact with the Galactic Federation since 2010. They made it into Utah. Hello, Pamela, honey, you all. Please, anything you know about the Great Pyramids and stuff, anything you want to share in here, you share it, you all, because people love to go to the live streams and read the live comments. I love to read them too. I get excited at times. Some of them are entertaining, but some are very, very, very informative. This is knowledge is power. And right now it's kind of hard to get the knowledge that some of you all have because it's not out there. It's hidden. It is totally hidden. So really, they're very intelligent. The stars of Orion's belt lined up at the pyramids in 2012. You are doing great, Gina, honey, you all. You've been having contact with them. You keep typing, and only a smiley face comes up. Adam, they are controlling. Something does not like communication. I've noticed myself, too. When I try to type stuff, it won't come up. It will not come up, you all. So the pyramid, it persists that there is a correlation between the location of the three largest pyramids in the Giza Pyramid Complex and Orion's belt of the constellation Orion, and that this correlation was intended as such by the original builders of the Giza Pyramid Complex. The original builders. Are they aligned? Okay, what did they believe about it? Well, they thought, let's read this. Orion's position on the celestial equator makes it visible all over the planet. Ancient Indians saw a figure as a king who had been shot by an arrow, represented by the stars on Orion's belt. Ancient Egyptians thought the stars in the belt represented the resting place of the soul and the god Osiris. Look that out of the way, you all. There's a gnat flying down here, probably because it got some sweet potatoes sitting down here in a cool place in the basement. It's like my, whatever you want to call it. where you can put your vegetables and stuff down here. I'm trying to get that gnat. It's rather alarming. The alien. Let's Africa, you all see that gnat? I'm trying to get at you all. Gina, would you please focus on, okay, let me read your comments, you all. Let's look at this. It was larger and a mass before it was broken into pieces. America is Egypt. Now, let's go to that. Let's go to that. Pyramids in United States, in America. Let's do that. Pyramids. Pyramids in America and Egypt. Well, no, in America. Let me just say that. Look, it wouldn't even let me type it out. In America. Let me write it down, you all. America. And who's to say the names that of the countries that we have weren't known by different names? Who's to say that? Now, see, look at this. And in the Grand Canyon. Where in the United States are the pyramids? 1,000 years ago, huge pyramids and earthen mounds stood where St. Louis sprawls today in southern Illinois. I wonder if it's near Batavia, Illinois. Batavia is where they got the Fermilabs. The majestic urban architecture towered over the swampy Mississippi River floodplains, blotting out the region's tiny villages. Pyramids. Let's see what your comments are going. You've seen the drone footage. The Grand Canyon, yes, tons of Egyptian structures. And didn't they flood that out in the Grand Canyon, you all? The Grease of the Most High. What makes you think the movie, let me see if I can read this. In Black, where the chasing the cat, I never saw that movie. They were there before the Egyptians, you all. There before the Egyptians, okay. Who built the pyramids in the United States? Well, let's hear your answer. Let's hear their answer. Who built the pyramids in the United States? Look at these map right here. Let's look at this. I want to see that visual right here. So the Mississippi and related cultures. Let's make sure we get it all in here so you all can see it. I can't read it, but I can show it. I guess you can quite possibly, estimate where you're at on this map. If you're down here, they got the something, Mississippi. Huh. These are where all the pyramids were. I think that's what the legend would probably say. These were where the pyramids are at, which is really interesting. We are phasing in and out of reality because we don't really belong here. Oh, let's look at this, you all. Can we go to the Native American pyramids? Look at this. The Native American pyramids. I can't track. My mother cannot track her grandfather, my grandmother's husband, or her dad. We can't track him back, but only 2 generations. They took his name and turned it into heirs. He was Native American. He was like Blackfeet, Blackfoot, and his dad was a chief, but they took their Indian names, and we don't know what their last names used to be at all. But, it's all to hide it. It's all to hide it. And what about the theory that some of the lost tribes of Israel got scattered into the United States? What about that, you all? Because I think there's truth to that, too. I really do. If that gnat flies by me, I'm going to get it. Map of, I want to see if we can see. This is the Indians right here. Blackfoot, grandma never had a birthright. Yeah. Yeah, if you go looking and you have any type of that, it's gone. It's gone. Well, you know where it's at. It's in Utah. It's in Utah. The Mormon Church has it. Has all the records. Why do they got the big database? Okay, Indian populations. Mound builders. So this is the mound builders, you all, right here. So this would be, I guess, where all the pyramids would be located, do you think, if they were a mound? Surely they weren't just a rounded mound. I think they probably knocked the heads off of knocked the tops off the pyramids. Cherokee and Dedian. That's right, Tamara, honey. That's how they do it. Just like that. Just like that. Wipe them all out. If I get a hold of you, Nat, that's the end of you. You got to be faster than me. And you got to get me when I'm not, you got to get on there when I'm not looking at you. Really. Now, in Bastivia, Illinois, is where the Fermilab is at. Look how they got these pyramids coming down through here. Right like that. They go like this. Straight down. Straight down, you all. So, I went on a goose chase, but we're talking about the pyramids in the United States and Native Americans. The forgotten culture that built America's pyramids of dirt. Dirt. The Rocky Plateau, Nile River, and stuff. You all, please put all your comments in here. Anything you want to add to this right here, because it's good to put them in there. Who built ancient pyramids? The tops were in the go. America is the true Egypt. Well, let me look at this. Pyramids. Let's do this 12 tribes. The tribes were scattered. 12 tribes, Twelve, tribes scattered America. They were scattered all over the world. Let's look at it. Sorry, you all. Who are they? How did they get scattered? They got scattered abroad. Who they are? Well, you have these right here, if you haven't heard of them. Reuben, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, Issachar, Zebulun, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Joseph, Benjamin. Are those the tribes? They're located in the... I'm going to get you. And if I caught you, nope, I didn't catch him yet. It slipped my fingers, but I'm really trying to get that gnat. They settled in a different reasons. Why were they dispersed? They were dispersed because the ruling government, it's the governments of the world, using wicked nations of Assyria and Babylon to kick them out of their land. The wicked part of the 12 tribes. Why were they scattered? Well, ancient Israel was scattered throughout the earth because the people rejected God's covenant. It was prophesied that Israel would be scattered among the nations of the earth because the people of wickedness. How many tribes were scattered? 10 lost tribes were the 10 of the 12 of Israel that were said to have been exiled. I didn't know that there were only 10 that was exiled, you all. We're talking about the pyramids and the Orion Constellation. And tribe of Judah is Jesus is from it. What happened to them, you all? Did they just following the conquest of the northern kingdom by the Assyrians, the 10 tribes were gradually assimilated. It's like the board, we will assimilate you by other peoples, and thus they disappeared from history. So they think. So they think they disappeared. Little do they know that the history is inside of the people. You see that thing flying around, that net? That's okay. The history is in the inside of the people. They can't hide it. They cannot hide it. What nationality? Hebrew. After the death of Moses, how many of them were lost? 10. The 10 lost tribes. They're scattered abroad. America. Okay, you all. So we got this, the biblical thing, but we're on the pyramid. We are on the pyramid, you all. We got sidetracked because this is probably has something to do with it. It really is because they came and conquered. They came and conquered and got rid of the tribes. They did. Took their land, slayed the buffalo, piled them up in big piles, took away their livelihoods, and they erased a whole entire history, is what they did. They erased the history of the Native Americans and stuff, and the giant skeletons that were found all over the place. Well, they gathered them up too and dumped them in the ocean. They couldn't have any history of it. Remember that thing? Paul Bunyan, Paul Bunyan. He was a giant too. He was a giant, but we're talking about Orion's pyramid. Gina, you got off subject. I'm sorry. That is very common on this channel. No yelling today. Prophet, prep and go, honey. Is somebody yelling on here? We don't got no moderator, but that's okay, you all. You go ahead and talk. As long as you ain't rude and disrespectful, you get your message out. That's all Gina Honey has to say. You got a message to get it out, get it out, get it out in love, and it will be received in love if it's delivered in love. That's right, because God is love, and love is the most powerful force on the face of the earth, and it can conquer the evil that is on the earth. And you'll find that out one day. You will. When they go to fight against what's coming and what is already here, and their effort would be in vain. The Orion constellation, the correlation. Do you understand now? The pyramids all around the world align with Orion. Do all of them really? According to ancient mysteries, Sirius was a gate. Okay, Most High, there we go. Sirius was a gate to the other realms. Am I hollering? This is really exciting. It really is. Yes, Angel Miss. Sirius is the gate to the other realms. It's a stargate. Is it a stargate? Pyramids were deliberately to Orion to create magical portals from the other something worlds. Yeah. That's exactly right, Casey, honey, but that's okay. We can have all kinds of theories out here, but we know within our hearts. And that's right, you also look at that. Sirius to the other world. Our sun is a portal. It is, you all. We're talking about the pyramids. And I am no scholar. There's a lot more people on here who have knowledge of all of this stuff. I just try to cover anything I can, because there's going to be a day we're not going to be able to come on here and get any information out. So we got to wake up as fast as we can. I really do. There's a vast look. The onset of the Orion constellation theory. Boom. It's pretty colors. It really is. Yeah. So, Gina, you have not said nothing. Well, I come on here because people can comment in the comment. There's your information right there. There is your information. And you can, you can look up stuff yourself too. There's something to it. They want to get off this earth. They do. They think they're going to get a ticket out of here when the sky splits open. They think they're going to go through, but they're not going to make it. They're not. They're going to get left behind. They are. Totally left behind. Do you understand about it? I'm going to, let me just do this. This is a pretty picture right here. And I'm about done talking. Something's going to come out. Yes, it is. We are going to wake up people. We got to wake up people, you all. You all can wake them up in the comments too. There's a lot of comments after a live video ends. And And they say, where are the live comments? We don't have access to the live comments because they want to see what you're all saying. That it's important to share. It is, you all. It is. The firmament is a prison for them and they can't get out. Well, that's just too bad, isn't it? It's way too bad for them. No, see, they ain't going to escape it. That's right. I am going to go, you all, because I'm not used to sitting on this stool in this basement like this because I'm upstairs doing something on one of my computers so I can listen or maybe perhaps watch something about the knowledge of the forever time. There's like 8 in a series. And you know what? They talked about the number 17. 1, 7. I forget, that was in the third one. The third one, something about 7 in the constellations or something, or Pegasus or Cygnus, or I don't know, something about 1, 7 and a Stargate. And they want to be able to get through it or something like that. Y'all have to listen to it. Yeah, 8 is binary. Binary. Yeah. That third video I really would like to pay more attention to, but I was just doing things upstairs. Yeah. I don't even know what Bastille Day is. Your love and your light, you are. You got to have the love on the inside of you. That is your light. That's your ticket out of here, your love. Let's hope that we are fortunate enough, if we're still alive, to be taken out like that with love, our frequency. Boom. They got a frequency counter up there when they come down because they know your heart. You cannot hide what's in your heart from the Most High. You cannot. And your heart's going to be searched. They're going to be searched. It doesn't matter what you say. It don't matter what you do. It's going to be what's inside that heart. And it better be love. You'll be a lot happier anyhow. I'm going to go. You all, Gina, it's all about love. It's all about love. It really is love. And we got to share your comments with love, with the frequency of love. They'll be received much more than if you're angry and shouting them and saying belittling. No, you deliver your message in love and it's going to get received in love by those who need to know. I'm going to go. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening or afternoon. I'm sorry this is shaking. I am in my garage and I got my laptop sitting on top of something on a table in here that we do some plant stuff on. And I'm sitting on a stool that I'm just trying to, yeah, that's all right, you all. I will come on here later. Love you. Thank you.